All right, we'll call this meeting of the Brown County Commission to order. Commissioner Feldheim, will you lead from the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. We had a slight tweak to the agenda, so 8:45 is going to get moved to next week. So why don't we just start with your list, if you don't mind, Maxine?
Okay. Minutes from May 9 General.
Moved by Sutton, seconded by Fishback. Any questions, corrections on the minutes? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Claims and payroll.
Second.
Moved by Fishback, seconded by Feldheim. Any questions on that? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
HR report.
Second.
Moved by Sutton, seconded by Feldheim. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
The weed and pest contract with Van East has not come back yet because I sent it back for a true signature rather than the typed one. It's not back yet. There was an amended tire grant, well, this is the actual grant agreement for the tire for DENR. And I believe the initial was $100,000 and this is $80,000.
They cut us back a little?
Yeah, I think so.
Was we gonna take free tires until that was gone? Is that what the deal?
Yeah.
All till year until.
We're gonna keep taking it free,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And I found some that I forgot to take.
Wasn't it a grant though, $100,000, and we had to pay 20,000?
Maybe that's what it is.
That's what I understood, it was $100,000 and it was an 80/20.
Yeah, that's how it is.
File's
Okay.
getting pretty
They
good
just
size.
say
you
the
know.
80
Yeah.
in the,
I was gonna ask you,
in the agreement.
there's some out there who still got on the rims, I thought,
Yeah.
don't get them mixed in there, do they?
They won't shred very well.
And when I was out there last week, he said he was only at about 250, and they'll take up 650, so they're gonna taper off here with the free being done. So try to get the word out, we're still taking free tires,
Okay.
the tires for free. So you need a motion on that?
Move it. Second.
Moved by Feldheim, seconded by Fishback. Questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
lease agreement, custom cruisers, they have 2 of them, and then the Boy Scouts. And, okay, they didn't have, Brown County additionally insured in the first copy of the insurance for the cruisers, but we have since received that.
Okay.
Move 'em.
Moved by Sutton,
Second.
seconded by Feldheim. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Oh, do we need the Boys and Girls lease too? Wasn't there, the Boy Scouts? I thought they were leasing something too.
Oh, yeah, they're, 2 for the cruisers and the Boy Scouts.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was probably understood already. Okay.
Due to the Graham Coda purchasing the convention center, we are going to move the vote center back there for the June 6th election. So we need a resolution to amend the vote centers, to change that back
Move
from...
it.
Moved by Fishback,
Second.
seconded by Sutton. Any questions on moving that vote
Now
center
this
back?
your final answer?
This is my final answer.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Okay, the malt beverage license renewals and wine for the year.
Move.
Moved by Sutton,
Second.
seconded by Feldheim. Was there any changes in those from last year?
No.
Same folks.
And I think, with your commission packet, all Kathy scanned in was the list, but for reference, they are in your shared file, the actual applications.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Okay, the Rangeland Fire Assistance Resolution and Agreement, they have changed their format, but everything's basically the same. And so there are 2 resolutions. The first one is naming the designees authorized to request firefighting resources, and that is Scott Mites, Patty Woods, and Tom. And the second one is, resolution is the appointment of a county rural fire coordinator, and we put Scott Mites in as the coordinator if that's agreeable to the commission. So you need both of those resolutions, and then there's an agreement that needs to be signed, that specifies, and Scott Mines has read through this, and everything looks pretty much the same as the last agreement.
And the motion to
I
approve
would
it?
move those.
Moved by
Second.
Pilden, second by Fishback. Any questions on those agreements? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Okay, the two resolutions will be separate with roll calls, and then the agreement will just be the motion for the agreement.
Sounds good.
Can you request an old fire truck for us to drive in parades? That'd be kinda cool.
Might be some old ones floating around now.
That's all I have.
All right.
Since you're one of those that's authorized it, request.
Make sure the siren works.
Yeah.
Gary, did you have some
About water
comments?
to keep people
Couple things.
down.
Yeah, we can always...
The Sheriff's Department just walked in a request to fill vacancy for a resignation in the JDC full-time position, so if you want to amend the HR report to include that, that would be great.
Do you know roughly when this person started?
I'd have to look at them, since they
No
just
worries.
walked it in, I don't have access to our
Sure.
system.
Move to amend the HR report.
Okay, motion from Sutton,
Second.
second from Fishback. Any questions on that? I'll let it pass around for a sec.
Also, I had sent you a note that WageWorks does allow the process of the HSAs, if we want to go that route and just have it run through the WageWorks versus everybody having to set up bank accounts. So if that's something you're interested in, we can certainly go that direction and
Is there
keep it under one group.
Is there an administrative fee on that?
Not from what she had told me.
Okay.
Was there any interest in the HSA?
I haven't heard anybody, if anybody's signed up yet or not. I don't believe we've had anyone officially sign up.
When is the deadline for signing up?
End of the month.
End of May?
Have those been sent out? I missed that.
Yeah, she sent them out a couple weeks ago already.
We've got the motion and the second on that to amend the HR report. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. So basically, you're saying that we would already have it pre-set up, so people don't have to go and do their own thing,
Right.
and figure it out.
Yep, they could do it all through WageWorks, and she would pay out to WageWorks like she does with the flexible spending accounts versus having to pay out for each bank.
Do we wait and see if there's any interest, or do we do it ahead of time?
It'd probably be good to just do it ahead of time, just so we know what
Have
we're
it ready?
using and have it ready.
But
We
there's
should
no
talk-
administrative fee for new people going to HSA that don't have WageWorks.
Well, let's find out.
Should we talk a little bit about what, the option of contributing to it?
If
I
you
thought
want.
that was a great idea.
I mean, we're still gonna save money if anyone chooses it. I don't think we're gonna have a lot of takers, but it's something that's kind of, it's out there, you
Did
know?
you guys, get that email? So it'd be, was it 50 a pay period, or what were we,
25.
25.
25 per pay period?
And I just threw that out as a suggestion. I mean, we're still gonna save a considerable amount of money over the next lowest plan.
Sure.
And it just incentivizes, you know, that us putting in some and them putting in some, and
Mhm.
so,
I like it.
something to
Anybody else
consider.
have thoughts on doing that, or pros, cons, otherwise? Do we need to put that in a form of a motion to make it official to,
I would say that we'd have to let people know that it's something that we're offering, if it's something that everybody agrees on.
okay?
You know, and basically, it would just be $25 per paycheck that we would contribute to the HSA for a total of $600 a year.
Will the employees that aren't on the HSA expect that also then?
They're
No,
getting
but-
it already in their benefits.
But I'm just clarifying that, because I can see what
Well,
happened.
because it only applies to the HSA, and I guess we would have to see if there's would be any issue with that. The thought is to
Paycheck
choose the
to
HSA
24, 26.
plan,
27.
the high
25,
deductible.
or, excuse me,
We
24
would,
has,
the county would contribute $25 per
the insurance
paycheck
statement.
into their HSA.
Yes, there is
savings
a small
account
How many
administrative
do?
fee, but
as an
she's checking to
incentive
see how much it
To
is.
take, to enroll in the HSA.
Insurance.
Okay, so it would be 25 on those 24
Right,
paychecks.
right, for that
Not on the
employee.
two that, otherwise we'd have to up it to $650.
You know, I think if it's just available to any employee,
If they choose that
and they
policy.
choose that policy, that those are the terms of it, I mean, there wouldn't be anything, like you pick a different medical plan that has this benefit or that benefit as opposed to a different one. They're all available to everybody, and you make the choice and you get the, extra cost or extra benefit or whatever, so.
Because the next lowest plan is $100 a month more, and we're paying that premium 100%, so it's not as if the other employees are also getting the benefit.
Okay. Do you want to make that into a motion, Dwayne?
I will.
Okay. And just to clarify, do you want to do $25 per paycheck in the 24 that the insurance comes out, or do you want to add in the two additional, that there's 26 total for $650?
I was thinking just of 24,
Insurance, okay.
and not those extra two, so it'd be an even $600 per year.
Gotcha. Is there a second to that motion?
I'd second that.
Seconded by Feldheim. Kind of get what we're doing?
Yep, and
Oh, yeah.
she's gonna text me with the amount here shortly, as soon as she finds out.
Okay. Any questions on that motion, Matt?
A ton, but I'll do those later.
Okay, basically, we're just, the county's contributing $25 per
Right.
pay period for the 24.
We just have to figure out the mechanics of it
Okay.
and how it affects the financial report,
Sure. Any other questions?
because this makes kind of it opens the doorway, you're buying insurance now. I mean, you're not just paying a premium now, but we'll get that straightened out.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. All right.
If there's any questions the Abington School District does it, so they could easily
Yeah.
tell you the
Yeah.
logistics of it.
Right.
And so,
Mhm.
and I don't think we're probably gonna have more than a handful of people sign up for the
Yeah.
HSA. So.
Right.
Sounds good. What else do we got, Gary?
That's all I had.
All you had? All right. I think we're close enough so we won't make a decision on it, but we can start discussing the BMX lease final draft proposal and possible adoption. Did we get a final from them,
I
Ernest?
think we're sitting out here too.
Oh, let's just...
What I'm handing out right now.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
We're just gonna
Morning.
keep dragging this out so you can come visit us every week.
We like it.
I feel like we're getting close, though.
All right.
20 years might be up before we do that.
Could we go for another 20 then? Oh, shoot.
Thank you.
Forgot to print it again.
Well, that's our stuff.
Is it your stuff? Okay. Thank you, sir.
This is a copy of the latest revision that was sent to us this morning. You get this. You'll notice the only thing on there is paragraph 5 has a strike through. This is a clean copy of that without the strike through.
Which one I'd be underneath something tonight.
At the last meeting, it was my understanding that we said no assignments, period.
Yep. And I thought I relayed that to him, I guess I didn't see that, so.
So we just struck through that language.
Sure.
Rachel, I gave you a copy that doesn't have the strike through.
Okay, which paragraph was that in?
5,
Paragraph 5.
assignment.
Under assignment.
Here's a copy with the strike through.
Gotcha. Yes, got it. Thank you.
Other than those 5 words, the agreement sent to us includes the changes that that the commission recommended at the last meeting.
So you're okay with it?
Yes.
Mr. Buckman.
And really, the only issue left for the commission is, do you want to keep the struck word struck, or not? I mean, striking was consistent with what you said before.
Right.
And it didn't come back that way, and so if you want to be consistent with what you said last week, you...
Yep.
And if we're fine, if you guys are with it being struck out of there, if you want, just...
I like it better like that.
Yep, I am too. I'll make a motion to approve as revised.
Okay, motion from Sutton,
Second.
second from Feldheim. Any other questions?
And the motion is as to the clean copy with the final
Yes.
revision.
Strike off.
And then we do have in point 2, even though it reads, BMX shall have the right to renew this agreement for 3 periods of 5 years each, and it gives the date that the county's covered at the end of it, where it says, when they give us notice in 60 days, county not objecting, so we're good to go there. If we object, then they don't have the right. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Because earlier on, provides written notice to the county within 60 days of intention to renew the agreement before the expiration of each term or extension, and the county not objecting to each renewal within the 60-day period. So you have that 60-day period to object to the renewal.
Okay. Sounds good. Any other questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. This
Awesome.
agreement is passed.
Thank you
guys
very
for all
much,
your
you
work on
guys,
it.
we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Should we just get that, do we need to clean that words off there and just bring you a document?
Can we just
I think
sign?
we have a copy.
Oh, do you?
I got this
Okay.
one right here. We
Okay.
can just roll with that.
Okay.
And normally, you guys sign it first.
Okay.
Before the county does,
Okay.
so that we make sure we have the original.
Okay.
Is somebody authorized to do that now or not?
Kyle was. There we go.
It says either they take it with them and return the land to how it's supposed to be, or else it becomes county property. It was under, on the bottom of 6, bottom of point 6. So your season's off and racing.
So,
Well-
did you have a different copy with this out of it?
Did I do the other one? Yeah, that'd be this one, sorry.
All right, I'll shred this one.
Okay.
Here's your copy, which, the strike, yeah, so.
Then I'll make you a copy before you leave.
Okay, sounds good, thank you. Well, thank you guys very much.
You bet, thank you.
It's gonna be an awesome
Good luck.
program, so thanks.
All right, next on the agenda.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks again.
Yeah, have a great day, guys.
You guys, you too, thank you.
Kyle, wait just a minute.
Okay, I'll see you on the hallway.
We will be hearing from Michael Hauge, the Director of Equalization, with the data request. How are you this morning?
Good, thank you.
Good.
Morning, Mike.
Good morning.
Morning. I did send out emails, I don't know if you have had a chance to look at them. The goal is for me to simplify the process of data requests that we've had in the office, so. If you look at what we currently do, we charge $500. IT buys a hard drive here, sends it out, we have to send it out, pay for that. There's a lot of data on here, you can't really decipher unless you have those keys. We don't submit a key, so what I've been working with IT to be able to generate on-demand a report. I've got a file set up in the shared drive, load the information, when people come in and have a data request, just like a procedure there. And so my proposal is, I don't know if have you seen the paper?
We did, I
Yep.
did.
Do you need a copy of it?
Okay.
I've got more copies here. Sorry about that.
Thank you.
Anything else on contract?
So are these uniform, everybody's getting the same information, it's everything, or is it particular to that person, only what they,
Nothing's particular.
it's all the same,
Yep.
each time you get,
You get this whole data package.
okay, so you can pre-make them and you're just,
Right,
Okay.
now, what I'd like to do, I don't know if you guys want one or not, sure. What I'd like to do is give them two different options. One is something where I would just set it up in that shared drive, load it up, they've got a map, they've got an Excel sheet, it's done. Literally take about 5 or 10 minutes, that's the first information they, instead of the $500, they just pay us $250. All that information is in the file, ready to go, all I do is load it to an email, or they can furnish us with a flash drive. It takes it off of IT also. Option 2 is if they want to buy a 30-day temporary Beacon subscription, I would give them, then we would allow them to buy the data from Beacon, where we don't have any IT involved, nothing, no labor, nothing. So that's the two options. I just didn't want to set a procedure, so, because I've already had a couple of requests. We did have to refund this particular one because they couldn't use the data at all, so I do have a couple of requests pending.
How many potential users I can't remember if you said in there, how many?
3 or 4 times a year.
Okay.
Yeah, but right now, this takes about a month for IT to do, maybe a little more. Just like to pull it off their plate. They help me be able to do a Microsoft query, so I can pull the whole file literally immediately. I only need to do the data once a year for that file, and then I can do an address update from there. I'm just trying to be simple. If they, on this paper here, option 2, if they do want us to authorize them to be able to Beacon charge us quite a bit of money to do it, they're allowed to do that because they're not government. So it might be $1,500 or something, but then Beacon will tailor-make exactly what they want. But that's just out of our hands.
and that person is providing you the jump drive, you're not.
We're not going to provide anything. We'll provide just literally 5 or 10 minutes if they want it. If not, I can just attach it. It's an Excel form, about 60,000 columns right now. It's just basically listed. I'm not going to try to break it down for them. But there is a decipher code in there. There's a county map. It's a real simple packet. I done it at the last county I was in. Just makes it a real simple transition. So that's basically my proposal. I'd like to make that procedure as all. And I know that the fees would have to be approved by the commission here.
Seems like it makes it a simpler process.
And we're cutting the cost in half for the user.
Yeah.
But when you're only doing it 3 or 4 times, it's not like it's a big money maker for you.
No, it's not.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Okay. We've got a motion from Commissioner Sutton to go ahead and approve the policy change and the fee associated with it.
Second.
Seconded by Fishback. Any other questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Good
We,
information, thanks.
Did we get ag land sales for the last, since the first of the year? Could we get a copy of what those are?
Sure. I know she just updated current sales on the website,
You
too.
just email them to us?
Sure.
That work? Okay, I'd like
Ag
to
sales?
see what's going on there.
Okay. Thanks. What we're seeing is a few number less, I don't know about dollar-wise, but less than what we've seen in the past. Good sales.
Just curious.
So, sure, we'll get that, I'll email.
Thank you, Michael.
You bet.
Thanks,
Mike.
You can have this.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, that brings us to the end of the regular agenda. Anything else come up?
No, the abatement that you approved last week has been signed by the city, so I just need your signature.
Okay. Anything else, Gary?
No, we have had no one sign up for the HSA option
No
yet.
HSA takers yet?
She hasn't gotten the fee yet.
Okay. Anything from the folks in attendance today? Anything from the commissioners? Just a heads up that we'll be putting up the invitation. The ribbon cutting for the Boys and Girls Club is going to be the afternoon of June 6th. And did everybody get the email about Friday as the last day for Sheila and Jim down in dispatch after years of service? So, all right, that's all I got. I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
Do it.
Moved by Fishback, seconded by Sutton. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We'll be adjourned till next week. Thanks.